welcome to episode 12 of our 12 Days of Christmas collection giveaway. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee.
Vincent, get back here this instant!
Thank you. Oh, I love you too. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Now, the reason for the hat is I actually just did a promo for this on Instagram where we went live and discussed it tonight. Then we just hopped right into this video. Pizza's coming, so let's make this quick.
And
Now,
we're at the halfway mark.
we are at the halfway mark. Episode 12.
We're celebrating with the Santa hat.
Hallelujah. And a beer. Santa hat and a beer. And pizza's coming. I mentioned that already, right? Pizza's coming? Okay. Since we're at the halfway mark, this is episode number 12, which would mean this is day number 6. We're halfway through this contest. We're going to rip through this intro really quick. If you want a slower version, check out the other videos. Ready? Brittany, are you ready?
Because we're at the Yeah, I'm ready.
Because we're at the halfway point.
Because we're at the halfway point, can we do a game alert?
See, a game alert?
Yeah, a game
Let me tell people what the video's about first.
I'm so excited.
Slow your roll.
I'm so excited.
Anyways. So, here we go. Ready. We are putting out 24 episodes where we are giving you a tour of our entire Board Game Coffee board game collection. During these videos, we are giving board games to you so you can build your board game collection of your very own. Sorry, I had a little internal struggle there with my air tube. It's like I just stopped breathing. Anyways, so 24 episodes giving a tour of our entire board game collection. We are giving games to you in every episode, but all the winners will be announced in one live video that will take place at the end of the 12 Days of Christmas. And that's 24 episodes. And remember, you can enter in each and every episode, giving you a chance to win multiple games because you are not limited to winning just once. I'm right on that, Brittany? I've got my assistant Brittany off screen. She's going to keep me in line. Okay, now throughout these videos, we are going to be awarding Board Game Coffee seals of approval when applicable. That way, if you don't win a game, at least you know what to buy to add to your collection, because everything we approve is the best. Now, since being that this is the season of giving, while we're giving you board games, we are asking if you can to donate to sick kids and help the kiddies this holiday season. We have a link in the description below that will take you to a sick kids donation page that we've put together. The page is not run by us. The money does not come to us. It goes straight to the hospitals. Now, donating does not affect if you win or lose. We're just doing this for the kids. It's a little extra Christmas spirit that we're injecting into these videos. I think that's it, Britt. Are we ready to go?
I think we're ready.
To go. Hang in to the end of the video to find out how to enter, and what games are announced are going to be announced randomly throughout the video. You never know when it's going to happen. So it looks like one's happening right now. Brittany, what are we giving away?
Boop!
Boop? We don't have boop, Brittany.
We don't have boop.
So you know what boop means? It means we get an overlay image, because I don't have boop. And you know what else that means, Britt? It means I'm jelly. Because boop, so our first prize is sponsored by Smirk and Dagger. And Kurt is a lovely man. Thank you, Kurt. Thanks for giving us boop, or not giving us boop, but allowing us to give away boop. But, if you want to send a copy of boop, that'd be great, because we don't have boop. Now, I played boop. I keep saying boop. I played boop at Gen Con, and boop is a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Boop.
I really enjoy it. Now, if you don't know what boop is, basically, and I got a quick demo at Gen Con, so this is what I remember. There's a bed. There's a quilt on it, and the quilt is basically the area you play on. There are cats. The cats jump on the bed. There's different sized cats. So you're trying to keep presence on the bed, and the bigger cats, if they jump on, they push off the little cats. So basically, there's 2 players controlling different cats jumping on the bed, trying to push the opposite cats off the bed. So, but
I'm intrigued.
When I got this demo, because I saw it, I was like, boop. And I was like, okay, you're cute, but are you any good? And then Kurt gave me the demo, and I was like, I want this game. I want this game so bad. So I'm a little jelly that I'm giving it away and I don't have a copy for myself. So thank you very much for Smirk and Dagger for our very first giveaway of this video. But you know what? Let's get to the collection. We'll tell you at the end of the video how to get Boob. But let's get to the collection and see what we got. There's 2 boxes for this.
Oh, then I won't start with that one.
Brady's dropping the ball. Brady. If they got the same title, here's a hint. They're the same game.
I don't...
Under Falling Skies. Czech Edition Games. Czech Edition Games Czech Games Edition. I always get that name. I always get that name backwards. Czech Games Edition. Anyways, you might know them from Under Falling Skies, because it's fairly popular, and Lost Ruins of Arnak. Lost Ruins of Arnak is... The word is amazeballs. Lost Ruins of Arnak is awesome. Falling Skies might very well be awesome, but as you can see, it's never been opened. But it is in our collection, so we're showing it.
So, this game is one of the games we backed a long, long time ago. And I wanted it so badly, and we've never opened it.
Well, here's the thing with Crusader Kings. It's based on a video game, which, being in the video game industry, I'm surprised I didn't even know. This is a series of video games, and I had no idea.
Oh.
I guess it's not the kind of video game that I follow. Your brother, though, Kel, he was all about this. He knew about the video game.
Oh, interesting.
So, but when I told him about the game, he was into play. So was Chris. Because the game is basically you, I don't know if it's a area control or dudes on them. I don't know what it is. But the one part that interested me was you have like a king and a queen,
yes,
and they have different abilities, and then they have offspring, and those offspring take like elements of those characters into them. And I was like, oh, that's an awesome concept.
Yeah.
I want to play this. And I don't know if this is the game where the backers are actually have their names written on the box. I can't remember if it was this or something else. But we had our names written on some box somewhere.
Do we have an unboxing of this?
We might have an unboxing of this. If we do, we'll add the link somewhere. But here's the thing. The reason we're not playing this is because as soon as this came home, I haven't heard anybody say anything good about it. So like, I'll make my own opinion.
It doesn't mean that it's not good.
No, it doesn't mean it's not good. But I'll make my own opinion. But mind you, if somebody, like, I've got tons of games where people are like, oh, that's awesome, you got to play it. And I got people saying like, no, that game's not very good. Well, if I haven't played any, I'm going to play the ones that people are saying it's awesome. We haven't played it first. Here, what do we got here? We do have a Smirk and Dagger game in this episode. But bam!
Oh!
Cutthroat Caverns. This was actually given us from Tyler.
Oh.
The Bearded Meeple.
Oh.
Tyler gave us.
Thanks, Tyler.
Never played it though. So, Smirk and Dagger. Speaking of Smirk and Dagger, we did How to Play for Tesseract recently. That game's fun. That's a Smirk and Dagger game. Anyways, that's for another episode. Oh,
no,
actually,
for this
it's for the episode. I didn't realize we have the prototype of Tesseract right here. Tesseract is a great game. Do we play? It was just me and you, or you and Kayla play this.
I think it was 3 of us.
Yeah, and we have a. Do we have an espresso and a how to play, or just a how to play?
I don't remember.
I think we have both. I think we have an espresso and a how to play. We definitely have a how to play. So we have a how to play for this video. And for this game, we have a how to play video for this game, is what I'm trying to say. And Tesseract seems like a lot of fun. It's like this cube. I don't know if you can see it back here. It's like this cube that you take dice out of, you roll them, and then you have to put them on your board to make sets so you can put them on this quarantine board, and you want to fill the quarantine board to win before all the cubes on the Tesseract, which is this cube, are gone. It's a great game. I really enjoyed it. We only have the prototype, and what I'm jelly is the Kickstarter has metal dice. Ooh. And the metal dice look really nice. But I remember talking to Kurt about it, and he says a lot of people saw the metal dice and they wanted it, but he's like, I'll offer it on Kickstarter, but it's expensive. Because it's plastic dice by the default one. The metal dice is a lot more expensive, but they are nice. I can see why you'd want to pay more for it. Reavers of Midgard. The only thing I know about this game is what I just seen on the back. Looks like there's a lot of stuff. There's some dice. I know nothing about Reavers of Midgard, but I did hear that the title, Reavers of Midgard, was a good game. We went Boxing Day shopping one day, and somebody was saying, hey, I heard Reavers of Midgard was $40 or something. Or we saw it, and it was some sort of like really cheap deal. And I was like, hold on, whoa. Is this game like only $40 or $20, whatever the crazy deal was? And they're like, I don't think that one is. And I was like, but he's like, we don't know for sure.
It was on the tag though, on the shelf.
So I was like,
And you
well,
had to give it to
here's our number. No, I said, here's our number if you find out.
Oh,
and then we walked out like a block, and he texted us, and he was like, you can come get the game. So we're like, zip, and we got it. It was like a huge Boxing Day deal. I can't remember how much it was, but it was like 70% off or something. It was crazy. It was great.
I want to play this game just because of the cover.
Yes. This I picked up at Gen Con. Charmed and Dangerous. This looks great. You can't even see it because of the lighting. This is not a good box for lighting and camera. But Charmed and Dangerous. I haven't played it. Picked it up at Gen Con. Looks fun. Love the artwork on it. What do we got here?
Getaway Driver.
Getaway Driver. A Kickstarter that I opened. I looked at. Never played. Whoa, what do we got next? I almost knocked over my beer.
Oh my gosh. Galaxy Trucker. Didn't we have 2 copies of this at once?
Nope. I've had Galaxy Trucker on my Christmas list forever. Your parents finally bought it for me, and I brought it over because I was like, oh, maybe we can play with them. And I read the rules. I was like, they're not going to play this.
It's not their jam.
It's not their jam. I didn't even finish reading the rules, so I've never played Galaxy Trucker. But I want to. I saw Shut Up and Sit Down play it. They made it seem really interesting. Speaking of rules,
I really want to play this one.
Another Czech Games Edition game. And before I started Board Game Coffee, or before we started Board Game Coffee, I mean before like Board Game Coffee existed, I went to 401 Games in Toronto, and I didn't know what games to get, so I'd always talk to the person behind the counter and be like, what do you recommend? And that's how I got introduced to Zombie Side, Letters from Whitechapel, so it's been great. But then there was this new person there, and she's like, well, I really like Alchemists. It was the game I was introduced to, and I looked at the game and I was like, I don't know, and I wasn't sold on her sales pitch.
I would have been sold on the cover though.
And I was like, okay, all right, fine. But her sales pitch, she was like, I really liked it. I don't. But the other girl, like when she was talking about Zombicide and Whitechapel, she's like, it's so good. These zombies, you're killing zombies, and then Whitechapel, you're like cops. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. And this girl she was just like, Alchemist. I liked it, and I think maybe you like it. I don't know. Maybe you hate it. You hate me. I don't know. And it was like one of those. It was like, okay, I'll just take it. It was on the sale shelf, and I never opened it, but I did start reading the rules, and it seemed way complex. And I was like, I'm not ready for this. Like, it seemed way complex for the state of mind I was in to learn it. I was like, I'm not ready for this.
Your description there just gave me a flashback to when we did the Clank review. Because it's probably the same girl.
I think it might have been the same girl, actually. Yeah, it was the same store.
That's so funny.
Well, I said, what's a clank? Yeah.
What's a clank?
Okay, Dance Card. We actually got sent this to do some Instagram posts.
Stuff.
It's a really cute looking game. Like the artwork, but I've never actually played it. So let's move you over.
Here's another game we've never played.
Yeah, but this looks amazeballs. We have an unboxing for this. We have an unboxing for all of this, and there's so much more. They're all minis, and you have to check our unboxing.
This is probably one of the nicest.
You have to check our unboxing of this game. It's got to be some of the prettiest, hands down, the prettiest pre-painted minis. I don't think they're painted. I think the plastic is the color. Like, I don't know, but it's so good. And the minis are big, and they look amazing. They did a great, they have the painted colors mixed with the clear plastic for like fireballs and kicks. Some of the best looking minis ever. Mind you, the price was definitely a premium. You paid a premium for this, but it looks so good. And I've wanted to play this, and I still want to play it. Never played it. Street Fighter looks so good. If you're a Street Fighter fan, you just want a game that just looks awesome. This. I think actually David from Man vs. Meeple, I think he played it. I think he said he liked it. I believe I talked to him about it. Oh yeah, I know. I talked to somebody and they said it was okay. I think it was David.
Here's a game we've actually played.
Hey, we have played this. Azul. We actually have a review of this.
We do.
We did a review. I think I was eating a sandwich of tiles.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah. It's one of our crazy skits. But Azul, Board Game Coffee seal of approval. This is a no-brainer. If you are new to board games, if you're a board game veteran and you haven't played this, you need to. Azul is a must-have. It's a must-have.
It's a must-have in every way.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's fun to get into. It's great. It's kind of like a colorful Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a tile-based, image-based Sudoku puzzle. And thing is, with Azul, people that don't play board games, we've gotten them playing this and they loved it. Yeah. So it's a great like gateway game. So deserving of the seal of approval. Excellent game. Excellent. And if you know what I mentioned the Sudoku. Basically, there's these tiles. Everybody takes turn taking tiles. Sometimes you get stuck with tiles because there's rules to how you take them. Sometimes you get stuck with tiles you don't want. And sometimes people make jerk moves that stick you with a bunch of tiles. And then Brittany gets upset.
It's true.
So then we have, boom! Oh, this is Azul Summer Pavilion. Now, Azul Summer Pavilion is the third one in the series. There's actually one in between these two. But Summer Pavilion gets another Board Game Coffee seal of approval. Because Summer Pavilion plays very similar to Azul, but I like it. I like it. You know why I like it and why I gave the seal of approval? Because I played Azul to death. I played, like, it's so good. I have to appreciate it's good, but I was like, I don't want to play it again. I played it to death. And then Summer Pavilion came out, and I was like, it reignited my love for Azul. I was like, I love it all over again.
I always want to play Azul.
Summer Pavilion is fantastic. Well worthy of the seal of approval. I can't remember what it did different. It had some, like, tower I think just held the cubes, but you could like save cubes in your corners. There was a few different rules, variations, which I liked.
Yeah.
And here we have this is Sintra, right? Stained glass. Yeah, Azul Stained Glass of Sintra.
I don't think we've played this one.
Never played this one. This one seems like the most complex. I opened this and so much cardboard fell out, and I was like, I'm just gonna put the lid back on. Because it didn't have that same, like, visually, it didn't have the same Azul feel for me. So I just kind of put it away. But I'll get to it eventually. And then we got this Azul bonus thing. I think this actually might be for Summer Pavilion.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Didn't you?
Because I got this at Essen. Yeah, I think this is Summer Pavilion. There's a chocolate Azul now. This is like a chocolatier one.
Amazing.
Yeah, so we'll pick that up on Boxing Day.
Here's a special edition.
Moonrakers. Yes. So Moonrakers is... I played Moonrakers with the designers, and it was a great game. But I played it with the expansion before the expansion was out. And Moonrakers is a great game of, like, negotiation and cooperation. Basically, people go on missions. It's like you have cards on the table. People go on missions, if I remember this correctly. And you negotiate with other people. It's like, hey, do you want to go on this mission with me? So you have to kind of split your points. But you have to choose people around the table because you don't want to you want to win. But you don't want to give too many points away, so you got to pick, like, you have no points. Can you help me on my mission? And they'll be like, yeah. Sometimes you have to take people you don't want to, and you're like, okay, fine, come on. I played this with Daryl Andrews as well. I played with him, but we played with the expansion. And once you play with the expansion, you'll never play without it. Like, when you get the expansion and just play them together. They're great games, and it was great guys put this together, and that's all I can say. It's a fantastic game, Moonrakers. I really enjoyed it.
This game is absolutely gorgeous.
Tang Garden. Yes.
Absolutely
Tang Garden is one of the prettiest games on the table. For sure. Hands down.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it's a pretty Carcassonne.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way.
Like, it's... and I don't care for the expansions. So here's what thing. I thought Tang Garden was okay. Then I played the expansions, and it irritated me to the point that I didn't like the game anymore. Because the expansions don't indicate... I can't remember what it is, because I played it once, I got irritated.
I think it didn't tell you on the card which expansion it was from.
Yeah, so putting that away was a pain in the ass, and you have to take out certain cards, I think, to put in certain expansions, but since the cards aren't labeled properly, or I couldn't find it, there's something irritating about adding the expansions that I did not like. But it is a gorgeous game on the table. And I know some people...
it wasn't a bad game.
I know some people that really liked it.
Yeah.
But the expansions irritated me. I thought they were just a little sloppy.
Ooh, another game we played a lot of.
Codenames. Codenames is the game you can play with anybody. This is my favorite party game.
We played this with my grandma.
Yeah. Brittany's grandma, Brittany's parents, we've played it with all the oldies.
I don't think they'd appreciate that comment.
It's said. I can't take it back now. But yeah, Check Games Edition did an awesome job. Hit this one out of the park because they get a Board Game Coffee seal of approval. They hit this one out of the park.
We even played this with nieces and nephews when they were really young, which was great.
Yeah, with adult supervision.
With adults together, but it was like Thanksgiving or something like that.
If you haven't played this, basically there's you separate into two teams. There's two team captains. The team captains sit behind this little answer board, and there's all these cards that have words on them, and you have to try to give people clues like tree 3, meaning the word tree is associated to 3 of those cards, or at least you want people to draw connections from the word 3 or tree to 3 of those cards. So they do, and you're like, yeah, great. They point, and you're like, you're right, you're wrong, etc. Get too many wrong, you lose. Too many right, you win. But the tricky thing about this code names is you got to be careful on giving signals, because a lot of newbies will start reaching to point, and then the captains will be like, you got it. Like, well, they didn't even finish pointing. Let them commit. You have to let them commit. And then as the captain, you just got to be like, I'm not looking at the card. I'm not giving you facial expressions, because you play with some people and you're like, oh, maybe it's airplane. And you're like, you're reaching for the card. Like, oh, they're going to pick airplane. And they see you reaching for the card. They see you getting excited. So you're like, no, you can't. You just got to be stone face. You got to be stone face to be a good captain, to make the game fair, because that game could easily break.
And this one is for the kiddies.
And speaking of, this is for the kiddies.
Code names for me, but
yeah, Code Names Disney Family Edition. We've never played this.
I'm a big Disney fan.
We've never played this, but we assume it's a picture version of Code Names. What else we got?
Reef.
I
really had enjoyed playing Reef.
What?
I don't remember.
We did play Reef,
but I remember enjoying playing it.
Reef came out around the same time as Azul. Like, came out shortly after the first Azul, I believe. It's the same people. It's what do they count? Next Move Games put them both out. And so a lot of eyes were on this because Azul was so popular. And we played Reef, and Reef is okay, but it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not good. It's just like, hey, do I think you need to have it in your collection? No. Azul, yes. Absolutely. Yeah. This, try it out. See if you like it.
Here's
another Czech Games edition.
Yeah.
Boom! Lost Runes of Arnak. Now, Lost Runes of Arnak is a deck building game. It's got some worker placement.
It's so good.
It's Board Game Coffee seal of approval good. It's so good. So, there's an expansion for this I want so bad. I gotta put that on my Christmas list.
Oh, okay.
So, or maybe my birthday list. That's coming up soon. Or Czech Games Edition if you're watching.
Your birthday's coming up? I didn't know.
Get out. Anyways, Lost Runes of Arnak. If you like deck building games, if you like worker placement games, and you want those worlds to come together, they don't come together much better than this.
That's really good.
It's fantastic. So, well deserving. It's such a fantastic game. And it's got that kind of Indiana Jones setting. So, all right. Now, Brittany, do we have any other... Oh! Is that another giveaway?
Oh,
do you have another giveaway to give me?
Yes.
Okay, give it to me.
No, I don't have
you
it.
don't. It's another. We're giving you away.
Jelly. This is the episode of jelliness.
This is the episode of giving away games that we don't have. Maybe we should just win them. Like, who would know?
I mean, it's a halfway mark.
All right. What are we giving away? What are we giving away?
We are giving away Art Box.
Art Box. Art Box from Crowd Games. So
thank you.
The publisher Crowd Games is sponsoring our giveaway of Art Box. Now, I don't know much about Art Box, but I know it's pretty. It's like the box itself it's like white. It's got a unicorn on it, and it's got a lot of heart like reds. So it's white and a lot of reds, and I like that. I like that aesthetic because red is my favorite color, as you can tell by the table, the chair, the hat. I wear this hat all the time, not just for Christmas. Everything, my Spidey, my shirt. It's just actually this is a Batman shirt and a Spidey. I'm all over the place. But yeah. Art Box from Crowd Games, it's up to win. I've never played it myself, but from Crowd Games, we've played Ganesha and Deep State. We're actually giving away Deep State and Ganesha as well.
Yep.
So Crowd Games is giving a whole bunch of stuff away. So that's 3 for them. Mm-hmm. Ganesha, Deep State, and Ganesha and Deep State, we love those games. Mm-hmm. But so I'm assuming we'll like Art Box too, although we never played it. But Crowd Games, if you're watching, we'll take that. Okay, since that's the last, let's give a last thanks to our sponsors, Crowd Games, as we said, and Smirk and Dagger for Boop, my very jelly game. I want Boop. I want cute little cats. I want to bounce them off a quilted blanket.
You've never seen it. I need this game in my life.
You do. You do need boop. Anyways, that's it for this episode, except for the details. You probably want to know how to win. You need to know because you need to know the question. Okay, here's the deal. If you want to be entered to win boop and or art box, because you could possibly win them both. Remember, we're not limited. Just enter once and you'll be entered to win both of those games. So, here's what you have to do. Subscribe to Board Game Coffee on YouTube. That's right here. Like this video, and in the comment, answer the question, what games do you use to introduce your older generation to the board game hobby? Because we talked a lot about Brittany's parents and her grandma and us using code names and Azul. What games do you use to bring in your older audience who's got more of a traditional Clue Monopoly look on games, cards. Right? Or cards, right? So let us know. And when you're answering the question, let us know which country you're answering from or which country that these games will be getting sent to. Because here's the thing, both these games will only be eligible to people from the US and Canada. Well, not technically from there, because you could be entering from anywhere in the world, but if you put in US, it's going to have to be sent to the US. So if you have a friend there, you want to play it for a friend, hey, it's Christmas. This is the time. It's the time for giving. So if you win it for somebody else. What else is the information here? I think that's it. Remember, you can enter once in every episode, and every episode you enter, you're eligible to win every giveaway that we're giving away on that episode. So you'll have that's 24 entries for 50 games across 12 days. And the winners will be announced after those 12 days are over, and we'll be announcing it live right here on Board Game Coffee. And if you want to chit-chat, you can chit-chat to Brittany. She'll be handling the chat. Now, the links to all those videos, so if this is the first one you watched, and you want to catch up, and you want to enter everywhere to increase your odds to win everything, because you can win more than once, we'll put that in the description as well. And remember, if you have the means, donate to Sick Kids. But it doesn't, there's no guilt trip here. It doesn't affect your winning. It's no obligation.
We're just trying to build awareness.
We're just, yeah, exactly. What Brittany said. Just trying to build awareness. All right. Have a happy holiday and good luck to all the entries. See you in a few hours. Thanks for joining us. If you like this video and you want to see more, subscribe to our channel. It's the best way to keep up to date with everything we do here at Board Game Coffee. But if you want to see more right now, we got plenty of videos to choose from. And if that's not enough, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'm Mark Maya, and this is Board Game Coffee. And remember, have fun, keep gaming, be social. See you next week.